Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's look is the anti-Valentine look. Ever since I was a kid, and I mean like reception, all on my school reports was things like Anna does not follow the rules, Anna does not think inside the box, she thinks outside the box. I have never really done things by the book. I find it very hard to do things by the book. It is what it is. This video is in collaboration with another fellow YouTuber and Instagrammer. Her name is HORDEN and she is absolutely amazing. She's a fantastic makeup artist and her looks are absolutely insane as well. She creates really beautiful grungy smoky eyes as well. I'll leave all of her information below. It would be amazing if you check her out. She is really fantastic. If you want to learn how to create this anti-Valentine's Day look, then just keep watching.
Hi everyone. So I'm just starting out with a little bit of Melchior Professional Autumn Sunset. I've actually put this down as a transition, but also because I want to deepen up the colour that we're about to use next. I find that if you just put that colour straight down, it can look very bright, and I want it to be a little bit deeper and more burgundy as opposed to a bit more pink. So just popping that down. This is one of my favourite deeper orange tone colours, and they're so affordable. These shadows are like £4.50 I think, something ridiculous, and the pan size is amazing. Just moving on to the shade Lilith from Melchior Professional. What I'm doing here is I'm building up the shape that I want to create pretty much. I'm including these steps because I don't tend to include all of these. I tend to just skip over them. But what I'm doing is building up that shade, blending back out with that big fluffy brush that we put the transition shade down with, and then building again. I do this about 3 or 4 times so I really get the pigment payoff that I want. I've had a few people asking me recently about how I get the colour to be so pigmented, and it is a case of building that colour up. So you can see here I'm putting quite a few layers down. And then going in with that first brush that we used to blend it out, and you can see as I'm doing that you do lose a little bit of that colour and pigmentation. So I'm going back in again and building it up, and keep doing those steps until you're happy with how pigmented the colour is on your eye. So I'm just going in with a little bit of, this is Anastasia Beverly Hills Hot Chocolate eyeshadow. It's a purpley tone brown. And I'm going back in with that Lilith shade. So every shade that you use to blend it out, use the shade that you used previously, if that makes sense. So I'm just going in with a little bit of the NYX Glitter Primer, and I'm just going to pat that in with my finger as well, just to spread it out a little bit. And then going in with Peaches Makeup Cinderella Pigment. This is such a beautiful colour. I love all of these reddy warm tones, and this looks amazing on the eye. It's almost like an orange-red duochrome. And I'm not necessarily doing a spotlight, it's kind of just it's just a shape of glitter, if that makes sense. It's a very big spotlight, I would say. So I'm just cleaning up under my eyes now. I always do this because it makes such a massive difference. If you get fallout on your face, it can look really messy and you can't really see how your look's coming together. Just applying a mixture this time. So this is the Ordinary Serum Foundation mixed with a little bit of the Urban Decay All Nighter. I've mixed it together just because the Urban Decay one's a little bit too heavy and matte for me, whereas the other one, the Ordinary one, is a little bit, just felt like it would be good to try and mix it up really. And I'm just going in with the Makeup Revolution Concealer, Conceal and Define in C5, I think this is. It's either C5 or C6. So now I'm going in with Melchior Professional. This is the shade Meteorite. It's a really unusual teal colour. It's quite deep. And I just wanted to mix these two colours together so badly. I really love the idea of pinks and blues together. Just going underneath with a beauty blender again, just blending it all together. Going in with that Meteorite shade again. And then using the NYX Slide On Glide On Liner in Jet Black. And then I'm just taking that Meteorite shade and just blending everything together underneath. Popping on a little bit of that NYX Glitter Primer again. And I'm just sticking on, it's actually a NYX glitter this time, and I'm not entirely sure what the shade is. I'll write it down below, but it's like this teal peacock greeny blue glitter, and when I saw it I was just like, yep, that's what I need underneath my eye today. I go closer in a second and you'll be able to see like how I've placed it. I've kind of brought it down a little bit lower, but really, really softly, if that makes sense. So these lashes are Ardell Wispies, the full length ones, and Eldora H167 stacked together. And this is a little bit of Festival Face Pink Champagne Glitter. It's one of my favourite chunky glitters. Just putting on some MAC lip gloss, and I think this is in the shade Lovingly Yours. It was just one that I found. I've forgotten how much I really love this colour. And that's it. This is the complete finished look. I did obviously bronze my face and everything like that and put some freckles on. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you did, and I will see you in the next tutorial.